Hi everyone, you are watching Commerce King Academy. Today we will discuss about chapter number 2, accounting equation, and its examples and problems. This is very important to understand the core element of accounting equation, which is transaction. The main function of an accountant is to record properly the financial transactions of a business concern in the books of accounts and to ascertain its true result at the year end. Thus, transaction is the foundation of accounting, the first and foremost element of accounting. It is the life and blood of accounting. Hence, the accountant must have a fair idea about the term transaction. In ordinary language, transaction means exchange of something. But in accounting, it is used in a special sense. If the financial position of business concerns changes on the happening of an transaction, which is measurable in terms of money, that transaction is regarded as a transaction in accounting. Or a business transaction which can be measured in terms of money and which must be recorded in the books of accounts is called transaction. Dear students, we will explain more regarding the concept of transaction in the context of accounting as well as its major fundamental types, which are financial transaction and non-financial transaction. In ordinary language, transaction means anything that happens. Human life is full of transactions. So many transactions take place in the family and social life of a person. The transactions may be classified into two types. First one is financial transaction. Second is non-financial transaction. Financial transaction which are related with money, which change the financial position of a person, are known as financial transaction. For example, daily shopping, marriage ceremony, birthday anniversary, marriage anniversary. Non-financial transactions which are not related to money, which do not change the financial position of a person, are known as financial transactions. For example, winning a game, delivering a lecture in a meeting. In the context of business accounting, only those transactions which change the financial position of the business and which call for accounting are recognized as transactions. In other words, all monetary or financial transactions are regarded as business transactions. Remember, it is not that anything which results in change of something will be regarded as transaction. On the other hand, something may be regarded as a transaction even though it involves no exchange. There are two conditions. First is the event must be measurable in terms of money. Second is there should be financial position of the organization or business changed by the effect of that transaction. To become a transaction must have following features. Number 1, there must be minimum two parties. No transaction is possible without two parties, just as it takes two hands to clap. So it takes two parties for a transaction to take place. There cannot be a giver unless there is a receiver. Suppose X borrows rupees $10,000 from a bank. This is a transaction. Since there are two parties, X and bank. The second feature of transaction is the transaction should be measurable in terms of money. Third feature is the transactions result in transfer of goods or services. Suppose we buy a motor car from David for $40,000. This results in transfer of property from David to us. So it is a transaction. Again, suppose we pay salary to our employee. Again, suppose we pay salary to our employee $2,000. This results in transfer of service. The employee renders services and we receive it. So it is a transaction. Fourth feature of transaction is the transactions must change the financial position of the business. Transactions takes place when only there is change in financial position of the business. The change in financial position may be of two kinds. First is quantitative change, second is qualitative change. Quantitative change, the total value of assets and liabilities of a business concern. Suppose machinery of $50,000 is destroyed. This reduces the total value of the assets of the business. As a result, the financial position changes and hence it is a transaction. Qualitative change. This causes increase or decrease in the different elements of assets or liabilities, but the value of total assets and total liabilities remains unchanged. Suppose we buy machinery worth $50,000. This results in exchange of properties. Cash $50,000 goes out from our possession, and at the same time machinery of an equal value comes into our possession. This does not change the value of our assets, but this causes a qualitative change in our financial position. Hence, it is a transaction. There are some types of accounting transactions. What are accounting transactions? Accounting transactions refer to any business activity that results in a direct effect or impact on financial status and financial statements of the business. Such transactions come in many forms, including sales in cash and credit to customers, receipts of cash from a customer by sending an invoice, purchase of fixed assets and movable assets, borrowing funds from a creditor, for example, from bank, paying off borrowed funds from a creditor, payment of cash to a supplier from a sent invoice or a sent invoice. Dear students, it is imperative to remember that every transaction should show the balance between the assets and liabilities, or debit or and credit, such that a receipt of cash from a customer equals an increase in revenue, or that a purchase from a supplier equals an increase in expenses and decrease in cash. There are some types of transaction on different basis. First is types of accounting transaction based on institutional relationship, external transactions and internal transactions. External transactions, these involves the trading of goods and services with money. Therefore, it can be said that any transaction that is entered into by two persons or two organizations, with one buying and the other one selling, is considered an external transaction. It is said or called a business transaction. For example, if a company A buys raw material for its production from company B, then this is called external transaction between two companies. Second is internal transactions. They don't involve any sales but rather other processes within the organization. This may include computing the salary of employees and estimation the depreciation value of a certain assets. Next is types of accounting transactions based on the exchange of cash. Based on exchange of cash, there are three types of accounting transactions, namely cash transactions, non-cash transactions, and credit transactions. Cash transactions, there are the most common forms of transactions which refer to those that are dealt with cash. For example, if a company purchases office supplies and pays for them with cash, a debit card, a check, then that is cash transaction. Non-cash transaction, there are unrelated to transactions that specify its cut, that specify if cash being paid or if it will be paid in the future. For example, if a company A purchases a machine from company B and sees that it is defective, returning it will not entail any cash spent, so it falls under non-cash transaction. In other words, transactions that are not cash or credit are non-cash transactions. Next is credit transactions. There are deferred cash transactions because payment is promised and completed at future date. Companies often extend credit terms for payment such as 30 days, 60 days or 90 days depending on the product or services being sold or industry norms. There are three types of accounting transactions based on objectives, namely business or non-business or personal transactions. Business transactions, there are everyday transactions that keep the business running, such as sales and purchases, rent for office space, advertisements, and other expenses. Non-cash transactions, there are transactions they don't involve the sale or purchase but may involve donations and social responsibilities. Personal transactions are those that are performed for personal purposes such as birthday expenditures. Double entry bookkeeping of accounting transactions. When record accounting transactions, the double entry method is a system bookkeeping where every entry to an account requires an opposite entry to a different account, producing balanced journal entries. The double-sided journal entry comprises two equal corresponding sides known as debit left side and credit right side. It will ensure that total debits will always equal total credits. Dear students, to understand the concept of transactions and effects on the financial position of the businesses, let's see here state with reasons whether the following transactions of James' business. These transactions is to be considered from the viewpoint of his business, not from my personal viewpoint. So transactions changing the financial position of his business will be regarded as transactions. The first transaction of James' business is Mr. James started a mobile accessories business with cash $500,000. It is a transaction. It changes the financial position of the business. Cash asset increases by $500,000 and owner's equity increases by an equal amount. The second transaction of James' business is he bought furniture for $20,000 for business use. It is a transaction. It changes the financial position of his business. Furniture and asset increases by $20,000 and cash and asset decreases by an equal amount. The third transaction of James' business is submitted a tender for goods $10,000. It is not a transaction. It does not change the financial position of his business. Fourth transaction is appointed a manager on a salary $6,000. per month. It is not a transaction. Mary, appointment of a manager does not change the financial position of the business. Fifth transaction of James' business is paid salary to manager $6,000. It changes the financial position of his business. Cash and asset decreases by $6,000 and an expense salary increases by an equal amount. It is a transaction. It changes the financial position of his business. Number 6 transaction of James' business is he took away goods worth $500 from business for his private use. It is a transaction. It changes the financial position of business. Goods decreased by $500 and owner equity also decreases by an equal amount. Seventh transaction of James' business is paid salary $1,000 to salesman of a business. It is a transaction. It changes the financial position of his business. Cash and asset decreases by $1,000 and owner equity also decreases by an equal amount. Eighth transaction of James' business is paid rent for his house for his own funds. It is not a transaction. It does not change the financial position of a business. Dear students, now we will move toward our main topic, which is the accounting equation. After clear understanding its core element, now we will move toward our main topic, which is accounting equation. After clear understanding its core element, which is transaction, as well as its exemplary problem, the three basic elements of accounting are assets is equal to liabilities and owner's equity or capital. The assets represent the things of value that a business owns. The liability are the claims of the creditors against those assets. The owner equity or capital is the claim of the owner against those assets. Whatever is not claimed by the creditors belongs to the owner. As a result, the total claims against the assets are always equal to the total assets. The equality between assets and liabilities and the owner equity is expressed by the accounting equation. Assets is equal to liabilities plus owner equity or capital. The two sides of accounting equation must always be equal because the rights of all the assets of the business are owned by someone. The creditors have a claim against the assets of a business until the liabilities have been paid. The owner has a claim against remaining assets of the business. If no liabilities exist, then the owner's equity will equal to the total assets. A clear understanding of accounting equation is essential because most of accounting systems based on it. The equation actually identifies the claims or rights against the assets held by the business. The two sides represent different versions of same thing. The left side of the equation, assets, consist on the resources, properties held by the business. The right hand side of the equation are equities or creditors claims and owners claims against the assets consist of the sources. Resources are assets, sources are claims against assets. The expression of equality of an entity's assets with the claims against them is referred to as accounting equation. It should be remembered that two sides of equation are always equal because these two sides are merely two views of same business resources. The asset side shows us what resources the business owns. The other side, liabilities and owner equities or capital, tells us who supplied these resources to the business and how much each group supplied. There are some effect of business transactions upon the accounting equation. Recall that every business transaction brings about a double change in the financial position of the business. The financial position of a business is represented by accounting equation. Assets is equal to liabilities plus owner equity or capital of the business or business owner. Regardless whether a business grows or contracts, this equality between the assets and the claims against the asset is always maintained. Any increase in the amount of total asset is necessarily accompanied by an equal increase on the other side of the equation, that is by an increase in either the liabilities or the owner's equity. Any decrease in the amount of total asset is necessarily accompanied by an equal decrease in liabilities or owner equity. Any expense incurred will decrease the owner's equity on one side and decrease cash on the other side of the equation. Same as any revenue earned will increase the owner's equity on one side and increase asset on the other side. For example, or assume that Mr. Edison started his business with cash $500,000 to be known as Mobile Accessory Company. The new business was started on 1st January 1991 when Mr. Edison invested $500,000 in his business. Recall that business entity is kept separate from its owner. The first transactions entry will be in the accounting equation as the business unit has borrowed $500,000 from its owner. This is a first transaction of a business. It brought double change in the financial position of the business. An asset increased by $500,000 cash and a liability owner's equity or capital increased by $500,000. In other words, this transaction of consisting of two elements: the receipt of $500,000 as cash. Number two is supplied by the owner of the business. The second transaction is Mr. Edison purchased a building for $200,000. Mr. Edison purchased a building for $200,000. This transaction brought two changes. Cash asset decreased by $200,000 and building new asset increased by $200,000. Cash, there is no change on the right side of the equation. Simply one asset cash has been converted into another asset building. The two sides of equation remains equal. The third transaction is he purchased furniture for $30,000. He purchased furniture for $30,000. This equation also brought two changes. Cash asset decreased by $30,000 and furniture new asset of $30,000 increased. Again, there is no change on the right side of the equation and cash asset is converted into a new asset, which is furniture. Fourth transaction is he purchased goods, mobile accessories to stock up of the business. He purchased goods or mobile accessories for $150,000 to stock up the business. This transaction brought two changes. Cash assets decreased by $150,000 and goods stock increased by $150,000. Again, there is no change on the right side of the equation. Fifth transaction is he sold goods costing $60,000 for $80,000 for cash. He sold goods costing $60,000 for $80,000 for cash. This transaction has brought three changes. A cash asset increased by $80,000. Stock of goods decreased by $60,000. The difference between the sale price of goods is $20,000. It will increase the owner's equity by $20,000. Sixth is he purchased goods for $30,000 on account basis or credit basis. He purchased goods for $30,000 on credit basis. This transaction has brought two changes. Goods stock increased by $30,000 and a liability or creditors as goods have been purchased on credit basis are increased by $30,000. Seventh transaction of Edison business is he sold goods costing $50,000 for $70,000 on account basis or credit basis. He sold goods costing $50,000 for $70,000 on credit basis. The result of this transaction is stock of goods reduced by $50,000. A new asset debtor or receivables is increased by $70,000 as goods have been sold on credit basis. The owner's equity is increased by $20,000. This is the difference between the cost of the goods and selling price of the goods. Eighth transaction is creditor was paid amounted $30,000. Creditor was paid amounted $30,000. The result of this transaction is a liability creditors is decreased by $30,000 and cash asset is also decreased by $30,000 because we are pay our payables or creditors from cash. Cash asset ultimately decreased by $30,000. Cash received from the debtor amounted $40,000, which were our receivables. Received $40,000. The result of transaction is cash asset increased by $40,000 and debtor asset decreased by $40,000. Goods costing $25,000 were lost by fire. Goods costing $25,000 were lost by fire. The result of this transaction is stocks of goods is reduced by $25,000 and same as owner equity is also decreased by $25,000 as a loss will be borne by the owner. He paid salaries and telephone bills amounted $7,000. He paid salaries and telephone bills from cash amounted $7,000. The result of this transaction is cash asset is decreased by $7,000, and same as owner equity is also decreased by $7,000. The expenses reduce the owner's equity as well as cash asset decreased by $7,000. He borrowed money from a bank as a bank loan amounted $50,000. The result of this transaction is cash asset is increased by $50,000 and new liability bank loan increased by $50,000. It may be noted that the equality of both sides was maintained throughout the recording of the transactions. Total of the asset size is this, and also total of liabilities and owner equity size is this, and total of another side is also will be equal to right side. Actually, sources are the means to attain resources, that how we gain resources with the help of our source. Example or illustration number 2 related to accounting equation. Assume that Mr. John decided to start a new business. The new business was started on 1st June 1990. When Mr. John invested $100,000 in his business. Recall that business entity is kept separate from its owner. The business unit has borrowed $100,000 from its owner. This is the first transaction of business. It brought a double change in the financial position of the business. An asset increased by $100,000 and a liability, owner's equity or capital, increased by $1,000. In other words, this transaction is consisting of two elements. Cash asset increased by $100,000 and capital increased by $1,000 as a liability of the business. After the entry of first transaction in accounting equation format, now we will move towards second entry, which was done on 2nd June, which is purchased furniture for cash $400,000. 5th June, purchased furniture amounted $4,000. Ultimately, cash decreased by $4,000 and new asset add with $4,000, which is furniture. There is no change on the right side of the accounting equation. The balances of both sides after transactions is here, which are equal in both sides. On 6th June, Mr. John purchased goods for cash amounted $25,000. June 6th, cash decreased by $25,000 and goods increased by $25,000. After done the transaction, the balances of the both sides will be equal. Let's see the balances after transactions on 6th June. On 10th June, paid transportation charges on goods purchased $1,000. The entry will be June 10th. The entry will be $1,000 less from cash and less from owner's equity. This transaction have double side effect. Cash asset decrease and as well as owner equity will be decrease. Let's see the balances after the transaction which have been done on 10th June. The balances will be the same on both sides. On 12th June, sold goods for cash amounted $15,000, which was actual cost $11,000. June 12th, sold goods amounted $15,000, where there is increment in cash, whether the decrease in goods quantity amounted $11,000. The difference of both amounts is $4,000 will be added in capital. After the transactions entries, balances of both sides are equal. Next is purchased goods on account or credit basis for $15,000. On June 15, purchase of goods amounted $15,000 on credit basis. This transaction have two effects. First, increase the goods by $15,000. Another effect is creditors amounted $15,000, which are our payables. The balances of both sides are equal. Sold goods to Rashid on credit basis for $8,000, costing $6,500. Dear students, this transaction has three effects on accounting equation. So let's see here. June 19, sold goods to Rashid $8,000 on credit basis. So $8,000 debtors or receivables are comes into existence. There is first effect. The second effect on accounting equations, less goods amounted $6,500, and the difference of both amounts is, and the difference between two amounts is 1,500 will be added in owner equity. The balances of both sides after this transaction is here. So let's see the equality of both sides. The next is received cash from Rashid $4,000. This entry have two impact on accounting equation, which are June 25, receipt of cash $4,000, which will be added in asset cash, and 4,000 decrease from debtors. There is no change on right side. Both sides are maintained. Let's see the balances of both sides. On 28th June, cash paid to creditor $9,000. This entry also have two impacts on accounting equation. June 28, $9,000 less from cash and $9,000 also less from creditors. The last entry of this illustration is 30th June, paid rent and salaries for the month amounted $4,000. This transaction has also two impact on accounting equation. June 30th, 4,000 less from cash, which we have been paid, and also less from owner's equity. The total balances of both sides are here after done all the transactions of the business. So total assets are is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Let's see here the total assets, total liabilities and owner equities. Both sides are equal in totals. This is the main function of accounting equation or main concept of accounting equation. Dear students, we are here on example number 3, which is related on accounting equation. We have already given balances till July 1st. Now the first entry of the 1st July is goods purchased for cash $40,000. Goods purchased for cash $40,000. Cash decrease. There are two effects on the equation by this transaction. First one is cash decrease by $40,000 and goods enhanced by $40,000. After the working of transaction number 1, the balances are here. There is no working on right hand side. The second transaction is goods sold for $15,000 costing $11,000 on July 2. There will be three effects on accounting equation by this transaction. First is goods sold for $15,000 and ultimately addition in cash by $50,000 and goods decreased by $11,000. The difference of two amounts will be considered as profit and ultimately profit will be added in owner's equity or capital, 4,000. After the entrance of July 2 transaction, now we will move toward next transaction, which is on July 3, goods sold for $14,000 costing $16,000. On 3rd July, the transaction is goods sold for $14,000 costing $16,000. This transaction have three impacts on accounting equation. First is goods sold for cash $14,000, ultimately increase in cash. The second effect is goods sold amounted $16,000 minus decrease in goods stock. The difference of two amounts is 2,000. 2,000 is less from owner's equity because considered as a loss. Fourth transaction is cash paid to creditors amounted $50,000. Dated is July 4th. Cash paid to creditors, ultimately cash given, so minus from the cash amount $50,000 and also minus from creditors $50,000. There are two effects of this transaction on accounting equation. After the entrance of 4th July transaction, the balances are here left hand side and right hand side. On 5th July, building depreciated by 20%. July 5th, Building depreciated by 20%. This transaction has two effect on accounting equation. First effect is depreciation minus will be minus from building amount. So 20% of $500,000 is $100,000 less from building amount, and two also from owner's equity or capital amount, $100,000. On July 6th, goods purchased for $30,000 on credit basis or on account basis. Date is July 6th. This transaction has two effects on accounting equation. First is goods purchased for $30,000 on credit basis. So first is increment of 30,000 in goods had. Goods increased by $30,000. The second effect of this transaction is increment or increase in creditors or our payables by $30,000. Seventh transaction is furniture depreciated by 20%. Date July 7th. This transaction has two impact on accounting equation. First is depreciation amount less from total furniture amount. That 20% of $40,000 is $8,000 will be minus or decrease from furniture amount. And the second impact of this transaction is on the accounting equation. Also 8,000 depreciation amount will be less from owner's equity or capital amount. The last transaction of this example is expense paid $5,000. 8th July. This transaction have two impact on accounting equation. First is cash paid, so $5,000 less from cash, and also less from owner's equity or capital amount. After the entrance of day by day transactions of the business, both sides of accounting equation are equals in their balances or amounts. Assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Assets are left hand side and liabilities plus owner equity are right hand side. Very short and simplest example number 4 is compute the missing figures or amounts in each of the following three cases. First case, missing owner's equity. Simply we will use the mathematical operation on this. We will minus liabilities from assets and ultimately we will find owner's equity. In the second case, we are missing assets, so we will add liabilities and owner's equity. We will ultimately find the assets amount. In the third case, we are missing liabilities. We will deduct owner's equity from assets and ultimately find the liabilities.